Okay, we already have saved the metadata in a text file. We open that, minimize it. With Audacity and Dropbox already installed on the machine, we now move to the sermon itself. Select, right-click, open with Audacity. This will open the MP3 for final editing, sound adjustment, removing silences in the recording to date. Just a little longer here. Audacity is a free program, so is Dropbox. Now we look at the entire waveform. See here, I'm pulling down the view. This is a really nice waveform. You look up here, you can see that there are peaks. You can see that there are very quiet parts. We go up to here and hit the magnifying glass. We zoom in. Always being careful to note the time. As you zoom in, you look at smaller and smaller pieces of time. I'm going to just do a survey of this entire recording. Looks very nice. Very nice. You see here, here's the example of the dynamic range. Right here where I have the cursor, it's silent. Within 10 seconds, the volume is peaking. You don't want one that fills this graph. You want, this is pretty much the ideal for a sermon. Gets a little loud at the end, a little bit of quiet. We can always test it. We select that area right there.
Drawing us into your pen.
What we have here is a closing prayer. That's fine. Get the negative magnifying glass and zoom back out. Oh, maybe not that far. So we can look at the entire recording. Now, remembering that we have the metadata editor, or metadata text, sent by Pastor Paul, open in a text file already. We go and we select the entire thing. File, export selection. Where do we want to export it? Now, if you knew Dropbox a little more than what I've already shown you, this is a directory in my Dropbox folder. These are the previous sermons. They got a nice little summation because of the metadata that's in those files to give us an idea of what those are about. Here is a new one, sermon of 02/17/13. And here is the edit metadata. We will go into this and put in the information. Track title is One Church. Album title, we know that's Ephesians. Control C, Control V. Track number, back to the metadata text file. It's number 1 in the series One Church, which is already in there. Track number 1. The year is 2013. The genre is sermon. You may have to click it a couple times till you get to that blinking cursor. Double check it. One Church. I believe it's all good. Okay. Now, this is the exporting selected audio at 192 kilobits per second. That's pretty good. That's readable by most players that are out there. see here the remaining time is 2 minutes. That's why I am going to talk about other things. So Audacity is free. Go to sourceforge.net. There is an additional file that starts out LAME. You'll need that for doing much of anything advanced. This is the stuff that they use on CSI, really. You can identify a person's speech by looking at the waveform on this. It's got a lot of other features. I don't know if we can look at them right now. Probably not. Effect will amplify the entire or any part of the file. Analyze gives you information that only a sound geek like me would probably understand. Seriously, in all fairness. And let's see, we're almost halfway to it being exported. Key here is do not ever save it as an Audacity project. It's a little odd. The style of the menus is close to Linux, which uses the export function as the global save function. If you save it as an Audacity project, or if you select the wrong answer in the dialog box that's coming up, you will fragment this file so that anybody who would want to listen to it or play it, manipulate it, edit it later on, will need to find that .aup file. We save it at church as a .wave because it's fast. Then we process it from a .wave to the MP3. This one had already been saved as the MP3. When it gets to this point, it's done. Exit. Save changes? No. And there it is. This is the Dropbox interface that I use. I can see what's already been sent there. I want to upload a file. I choose the files, and I look in Dropbox Photos, and I want to upload that, and I want to upload that. And there it goes, 88.48 megabytes. Can take a little while. It's just about impossible with anything less than a 3 megabit per second connection speed. This cannot be done from the church at the present time because the upload speed is approximately 1/4 of that, or 768 kilobits per second. That is slow. That is, I believe, 1.5 times the old 54 kilobit per second modems that fax machines use. We got a little time here. Again, you need to install Dropbox. There's also the Google Drive. If you have a Gmail account, you can set one of those up. I haven't used that. I'm going to be trying that soon. But this is Dropbox. It also is free. At the end, you are able to send a link to the person who's going to put this up on the website, or to anybody around the world who doesn't have access to the website. Let's see, that one is finishing up. Check mark means it's done. Now we go to the second one. Generally, it's best to just let this part of the process alone. Don't try to do other things. We might be able to open a new tab. I'm going to get my Gmail account ready because I'm going to have something to send. Compose to. Isn't that odd? That's odd. We'll have to come back to that. Why am I not? Let's save that. Come back to here. We see that they're both done. Awesome. Now, we want to share a link to it, and that link is right here. Copy. Now I am going to go to my Yahoo email address. Compose. There we go. And there we go. This one's working a little better. And go in here, and we select the insert a hyperlink button. Now Control V, that is the hyperlink to that sermon. Now saving this, we switch back and we get the link for the Sermon of 217. Again, it's right up here. Control C, back to the email, and that's an attachment. We're going to go over here, find the insert link, and there it is. I'm a bad typist. Just a little message so that nobody's machine thinks this is spam. Send. Done.